some water. Let's begin with a brief guided meditation. So just allowing yourself to relax. Being natural. Allowing the breath to be natural. The body to be natural. Allowing the mind to be free. Nothing you need to do. Just sinking into yourself. Sinking into the now. Just as it is. Just as you are. So just become aware of the fact that you are aware. You do not need to focus on anything. You can allow everything to be unfocused. Awareness is unfocused. Not focused on any object. Just becoming aware of the very basic fact, the very basic truth that you are aware. Awareness is here. And this awareness cannot be pinpointed, located anywhere. See for yourself. Can you find this awareness in a specific place? Or is it everywhere, in you, as you? Is there a beginning to this awareness? Is there an end to this awareness? Is there a boundary to this awareness? Or does it reach into infinity? Is this awareness like the sky, everywhere and nowhere? You cannot grasp it. You cannot bring it any closer. And you cannot push it away. You cannot touch it. You cannot see it. You cannot take possession of it. And yet, it is an undeniable truth that awareness is unavoidable, inescapable. It is synonymous with you. Here, now, always. So taking an in-breath and an out-breath and opening your eyes. So more than a meditation, this is a kind of inquiry into the nature of awareness. In fact, into the nature of openness. I spoke the other evening about presence. I have no idea what I said. Maybe somebody remembers. But presence and openness are two wings of the bird of freedom. Yeah? The deeper you go into presence, the deeper you sink into presence, inhabit presence, you come to openness, open awareness, unbounded, no boundary. I challenge you to find a boundary to awareness. And the more you realize openness, open awareness as a fact, the underlying ground or groundless ground of your experience, the more you come into presence. Yeah? They're one and the same. So this openness, and I often speak about openness, isn't something you can turn on and turn off, like a faucet, even though it seems that way, because as human beings we can feel open or we can feel closed. So on one level, if you like, on the surface level or on the personhood level or on the more behavioral, functional level, yes, we can experience opening and closing. Yeah, we can close our hearts, we can close our minds, our body can get tight, so there's a kind of closure. And then we can experience openness, a sense of expansion, maybe through yoga, meditation, relaxation. So on one level, yes, but I want to just go a little bit beyond that. We can, if there are questions around that, that's fine. Because the openness I'm speaking of or pointing to is just here. Yeah, you can't close it or open it. It's more about recognizing it. Openness is the fundamental nature of awareness. When we actually examine awareness, then we can taste this. We can taste this openness. We can know it. We can recognize it. And then perhaps we can start to see, or at least ask ourselves, look around, inside ourselves, is it not true that everything I experience is an appearance in openness, in awareness, just like the clouds are an appearance in the sky. The appearance of the clouds doesn't diminish the sky, it doesn't make it any less. It doesn't change its nature. Everything that we experience, whether it's a thought, whether it's an emotion, whether it's a physical sensation, whether it's pain, or whether it's simply what we see and perceive as the world, is an appearance in awareness. It is not separate from awareness. It doesn't change the nature of awareness. Just as you are an appearance in awareness, me and my life are an appearance in awareness. They're not happening outside of awareness. Neither is awareness a function of my appearance. Awareness is here prior to my appearance. I appear at birth and I disappear at death. My life is a phenomenal appearance. All phenomena come and go, whether it's a cloud, a thought, an emotion, a sensation, a perception, or me and my life. All phenomena come and go. All phenomena are impermanent. The realization of that doesn't make life meaningless. It means you can rest more easily, more lightly in the fact of awareness as the baseline, the background, that which is permanent and unchanging. Maybe to say eternal and unchanging. It doesn't change. To realize that brings freedom from the self. Because in realizing that, unbounded, open awareness that is always here, come what may, whatever is being experienced, whether it's a rainbow or a storm, means that you stop interpreting the phenomenal display. There's a lightness to it. Because the phenomenal display is not who you are. It's an appearance in who you are. So interpretation becomes less interesting, less meaningful. Now, on a human level, let's talk about the ordinary human, everyday experience. Apart from contemplation, inquiry, meditation in this way, pointing to the fact of awareness and its nature, we can also support and facilitate the knowing of this. Yeah, not knowing here, but again, as an energetic experience, a direct, visceral experience. By meeting our experience, the phenomenal display, with a light touch. With a light touch. A light touch means that whatever is here in you as your experience, and especially when it's challenging, intense emotions, turbulent emotions, sadness, anger, grief, regret, shame, all part of the human experience. Maybe not so much in the ashram, because it's a place of peace and community. But you go back into the world, into the marketplace, and it's more challenging. Yeah, whether it's family or work or simply the chaos of the world or the busyness of the world, then it can be intense. Yeah. That's where the real practice is, or the real invitation is, to meet what arises in you with a light touch. This one thing can change everything.